Concerns. Obviously, the economic argument, an independent Scotland will not be allowed to enter into a currency union with the UK. We've been told that. And we could maybe start our own money. I was getting fed up with the pound, anyway, the sterling. Who even calls it the pound? It's a quid or a smackaroonie. That could be the currency. How hard is it to start your own currency? A smackaroonie. That could be it. Well, you could be in a recession if your currency's a smackaroonie, but never a depression. It would cheer you up. I'm down to my last 5 smackaroonies. You could rack up a crippling debt. The International Monetary Fund could announce the independent nation of Scotland is running at a 200 billion smackaroonie deficit. Just use it as a deflection tactic. What was that, mate? 200 billion what? Smackaroonies. I bet you wish you used the smackaroonie, eh? You'll fucking get your money, mate.
I think if with currency, it should have been called legal tender, you prick. Quite a few bizarre celebrities got involved. June Sarpong spoke up for the No campaign, because I often ask myself, what would June Sarpong do in any political quandary? June Sarpong is the name that people at Google type in to check if it's working. It shows you how mainstream people are as well, because J.K. Rowling was a massive voice. Oh, J.K. Rowling thinks this. You know, it's almost as if being a billionaire and feeling that the status quo is pretty good go hand in hand. Oh, so I see you're all eating from food banks. Well, personally, I'm sitting on top of a mountain of children's pocket money, like a dragon in a fucking fairy story. And everything looks fine from up here. Maybe you could teach your children to quack in the street on the off chance that blind people will throw them bread. The press, in particular, embraced the use of fear to scare Scots into voting no. During the campaign, the papers featured some fairly sensational headlines. Let's have a look. Banks will leave Scotland if the independence vote is yes. This is Royal Bank of Scotland, who are bailed out to the tune of billions of pounds and still chain disposable pens to the fucking desk. And they aren't even really a bank, because a bank is something that keeps money. They're not a bank. My kid got a tenner from his granny at Christmas, he's still got it. He's a better bank than the Royal Bank of Scotland. Statistically, my couch is a better bank. Scottish face losing multi-million-pound artworks. Sendo is back to England. Did this Turner originally have a giant Tipex cock on it? Yes!
At least Alex Salmond looks like shite. I will say that for him. At least he looks terrible. David Cameron, he looks a bit fresh for the amount he must have on his mind if you're cutting the benefits of the poor and the taxes of the rich as easy as that. He doesn't look as if he sleeps like a baby, that guy. He's big, fresh, steam room-faced. He doesn't have dreams that he's getting chased and he can't run and he's shouting for help and his teeth are flying out. Waking his wife up going, "Ah!" Oh, that's it. My surname's Cameron. That's what he said. I like his speeches when he goes, "Scotland, I love Scotland. You put the great in Great Britain. My surname's Cameron, of course." You can't just recklessly flaunt your surname like that and not expect the inevitable interrogation. Sorry, Prime Minister, you said your surname's Cameron. Do you know Richie Cameron? Stevie Cameron? Oh, Sandra Cameron's boy? No, sorry, mate. I just knew. Anyway, continue.
Oh, hello. Have a wee dram.
Oh, people in Scotland don't really speak like that, do they? I think it'd be more accurate to have someone just saying, "Jump to Scotland if you fancy it." Yeah. What? Try and walk round him. What's the matter? Say, nothing's the matter. I just want to go back to my hotel. Let's have some music. This is Status Quo. Does anyone remember Ronnie Corbett?
Oh, go on. Of course they go on.
Well, I used to do Ronnie Corbett in Vietnam. There I was, in the jungle, Went out from the bushes. You don't remember the Viet Cong?
I don't know who that is.
Brilliant. You
you still do Sly Stallone?
What?
Do you still do Sly Stallone?
Yeah, I used to do a routine about Sly Stallone and Alan Bennett in the same film, which was this was quite interesting. That I'm actually being able to reuse 30-year-old material on outside television. Yeah, I used to do Sylvester Stallone sort of saying, you know, doing a lot of swearing like that, talking about I just had one of those days, you know, and his mother loving came out to bust his ass. What about you? I had one of those days. What about you, Alan?
Yes, I've had one of those days, too.
There were people at events singing, and I'm going to sing this, forgive me.
You can stick... Yeah,
Then why don't you sing? Even better if you sang it,
you
Nick.
can stick the licence fee...
Up your arse?
That indeed. There were...
I love a multiple choice.
There were in...
It's like you're suggesting that businessmen should totally be trusted, though. Is that the case?
No. I just thought it might be interesting to hear his views on their views, really.
But do you think there's any justification at all, seriously?
What, are we doing that sort of praise? This has become points of view, hasn't it?
No, sorry, I asked you the same question twice, Nick.
Yeah.
Hitler did his best to help the UK and level that country flat so they could start over like an extreme country makeover. And what did the Brits do? They spat in Hitler's face and built it back brick by brick exactly the way it was 1,100 years ago when it didn't make sense. I was just thinking, your television treat you like you're 4 years of age. Now, here's the weather. This is the country where you live. And this is a wee cloud. Probably not. I really feel brassed off when they do that. They stick clouds and lightning on the board. You don't need to do that! I know what a cloud looks like! Just tell me, I'll understand! I did this once before, you know. It was in the year that Scotland qualified to play in... You know, Scotland always qualify. You have to think of the year. I think it was 74 or something. They were playing in Germany, and the guy who was supposed to make money for them kind of ripped them off. The Scottish football team, that is. And they ended up by being given a sort of a 6-month loan of a Vauxhall. Jet set stuff, isn't it? Get loan of Vauxhall for 6 months. So, Willie Ormond, who was the manager, asked me to go down and entertain the team, and it was hellish. It was just this room full of Dennis Laws and Billy Bremners. I did the whole thing with my eyes shut. I was like, I can't open my eyes. God, it was the best laxative I've ever known. So, Chick Murray once told me he fell in the street and a woman said to him, "Did you fall?" He said, "No, I'm trying to break a bar of chocolate in my back pocket." And, yeah.
Going to be a record number of spoilt ballot papers if we're letting 16-year-olds vote. People going through them, and Nicola Sturgeon loves the Bobby. Somebody's... I will put that as a no. I will call that a no. Yeah.
tears are flowing across the border.
Yeah, so Nicola Sturgeon says the SNP police investigation is her worst nightmare. So she made an appearance at Holyrood, and it's her first appearance since her husband's
And she was
arrest.
stark naked. No, that would be her worst nightmare.
Yeah, no, before you turn off.
Is that your worst nightmare?
Nicola Sturgeon, not. Yeah.
And she said she gave this interview trying to, make herself look a bit more human because she can see where this is all going. And she says her resignation was not linked to the turmoil, which is one of the least believable things she said. She also said the SNP is in good shape, which I don't know what she's been smoking. Must be some of that ganja weed.
I'm in good shape.
And she said previously, of course, she said she was unaware of the loan that her husband, the chief executive of the SNP, Peter Murrell, gave to the SNP, the party that she was leading.
Yeah.
And how can you be unaware of
She
the
would
loan?
have gone to bed early one night. He would have been sitting up, going through his emails. Peter, can you lend us a couple $100K? Oh, there's no point in waking up Nicola about this. She needs her sleep.
But we haven't seen her for about a week or so. Now, she said she was working at home in her constituency. I believe she might have just got a little camper holiday.
Well, she might be camping in that tent if the police left it up.
Or got the tent. She's got so many options. She's got the motorhome.
She could have gone on a camper holiday because there's nothing camper than her husband.
I do wonder, there is a kind of collapse, not just of Nicola Sturgeon, not just of the SNP, but of the credibility of a huge raft of journalists who all said that it was extraordinary act of statesmanship, very much like Jacinda Ardern, She steps back, she shows you how it's done, not like that beast Boris who clung on to power far too long, or let alone Trump, of course. Meanwhile, these women, the new generation of politicians, are showing you how to gracefully remove yourself from the stage just before your police.
Much like
is swarming with investigations.
The skipper of the Costa Concordia. Somebody stepping onto a lifeboat just before it explodes.
We live in a land of the lost. Everyone in this country's lost. So you can see I can see right now why the jocks want out. Right, I can see why the Scots want to leave and go form the People's Republic of Jockistan or whatever they want to do. I get it. I understand now. Do we have any Scots in tonight? Over there, the lady over there. What's your name, love?
Claire.
Claire. Where are you from in Scotland, Claire?
Glasgow.
Glasgow. Ooh. Okay. I understand. Now, the point is, I love you people. You know what I say to the Scots? If you want to go, go. Fucking jog on, right? And I say to the Scots, this is an old expression, isn't there? If you love someone, set them free. Right? We love you, jocks, so fuck off, will you? No. I'm not... No, because I love Scottish people. We used to have the best time, yeah? It was a great time, wasn't it? With the crazy gang. Us and the Welsh, England, Scotland and Wales, a fucking crazy gang. The Welsh would turn up, shoot at the locals, cause a distraction, then you'd come in the ship that you'd built on the Clyde and we'd steal their stuff. Fucking brilliant, yeah? Last year, Egypt's in flames, everyone's worried about the mummies. They were in London, we'd nicked them. Fantastic, yeah. But I love you, Scots, you're beautiful people, but the thing is, the relationship's run its course, isn't it? And that happens, doesn't it? Relationships run their course. Yeah, things run out of steam, and I understand it. People look for different things. They end up in different places. I mean, if you were in a marriage where one of you earned a great deal more money than the other person, and the other person had a problem with cholesterol, alcohol, and type 2 diabetes, what would you do? What would you do? And the truth is, I have to say, though, I was in Scotland in the summer and the debate is fascinating. The debate about Scottish independence is a fascinating, vigorous debate. All sorts of concepts flying around, all different ideas, all in the melting pot as they try to figure out the next step. It's a fascinating debate, well worth listening to. Fuck you, you fucking English prick! Fuck off! Fuck you! Fuck off, you fuck! Oh, paint your face blue! Oh, bunnock bun! Fuck off! Fuck off, you English fucking cunt! Yeah. I'm I'm not sure that covers all the constitutional complexities ahead of us.
See, last I voted yes to independence, and I will be voting yes again. I really went on about it last time. I was like pure gone. How can you no vote for independence? Honestly, it's just stupid to vote for the. You know, I was like pure fucking getting right, and I can imagine actually, if anything, turn people from fucking yes to no. If I changed anybody's minds, I don't think it was for no to yes. I think if anything, it was for yes to no. You know, just to fucking, I don't know. I would have, if I was reading it, I was thinking, I would go, I'm going to vote fucking no. Just to hopefully do him a wee bit so that I can see him tweeting the next day going like that. Of course, I'm not that important that people would change the course of a nation just to spite me. But, so I'm going to vote yes when the time comes. Other than that, I'm just going to no talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to get into the arguing and all that. Just going to walk into the polling booth and I'm going to put the X down on yes, and that is that. That's it. I'm not going to have a big yap about it. I'm going to see how long I can fuck up about it.
You want some eggs? How do you want them done? We can do them 10 different ways. You want French toast? You want waffles? Pancakes? We have chocolate chip pancakes. You'll put a whipped cream smiley face right on there for your fucking British ass. Or maybe you want a whipped cream frowny face to match that dour expression.
She motorhome. She could have gone on a camper holiday because there's nothing camper than her husband.